Well, hello to everybody here. It's Teresa Sanderson. Today I'm talking about the top 3 reasons that nurses should be leading the CE industry. So thank you for joining me here. I think this is a really important thing for us to talk about as nurses because with more than 4 million nurses in the United States today, I think we all know that the majority of nurses need continuing education credit when we renew our license, right? So not only is it important for licensure renewal, of course, it's important also for any certifications we might be working toward, or also just for our own professional development, right? So CE has always had a beautiful and inherent value. The trouble is, many of the courses that we have all taken over the years have been less than inspiring, and they have left little impact on our profession. And this is why in academia, in many circles, there are those who say nursing continuing education does not change behaviors. And I absolutely agree with that when it's poorly done. When it's poorly presented, poorly done, it is very uninspiring and is not going to impact practice. Why should nurses be leading this industry then? Why do I so firmly believe that nurses should step up and have a slice of the pie from the nursing continuing education industry? I believe it's because nurses are most suited to teach other nurses, okay? We are perfectly positioned as nurses with the knowledge and skills that we have, and from our nursing school curriculum, as well as the years of practical experience that we've had in the field. So all of that is really important for us. Now, the other thing is nurses have credibility. Nurses trust nurses. We trust nurses who have been there, done that before we've walked the same road. And we trust nurses a lot more than we do faceless, corporations and people like organizations like that who are online, but there's not really a face connected to it, right? So it's not very personal. I don't know this person. I don't know the person who's teaching me. Are they really invested in my development? Or perhaps is this just a money-making organization? I think business is business, right? So I think we have to call that out. Also, nurses can teach from experience. It's one thing to hear theory, but when we see and hear others' practical firsthand experiences of how this really happened in real practice, that just brings a more valuable learning experience to the nurse involved in that continuing education course. Do you see what I mean? And so nurses who are on the front line and working at the bedside, or even in a clinic setting, wherever you are, okay, you have figured out ways to improve the patient experience, decrease your workload, solve patient problems, whether that's through advocacy or coordination of resources or whatever that might be, right? But let's face it, a nurse with less experience than you is not going to know all of that. And this is why, this is the reason first and foremost that I believe nurses should be leading the CE industry, is because we have the real world experience and knowledge to be able to hand that down to the next person and make their experience as a nurse better than what we had, easier than what we had, more easily understood than what we had. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is important. So, my brand is Nurses Feed Their Young, right? So I believe that we can hand down our personal best practices and experience and wisdom that we've developed and accumulated over the years and share that with newer nurses. So nurses are ready, and very well prepared to teach and offer nursing continuing education. And what else? To profit from it, okay? To earn what they're worth, to replace their income if they want to, and or to create a side hustle, to create more financial stability for their families. Do you see? This is a way to turn what you already know into income and support the nursing profession as you're doing it, Okay. So for a nurse like me who had, a history of major depression, couldn't work for 3 years, I have been able to return to the bedside since that experience. And even in some larger hospitals in the Kansas City area, just pleased to have been able to do it, right? Because there was a time when I didn't know if I would be able to return to my work as a nurse. But even after doing that and being successful at it, I have decided for myself that it's better for me to work for myself in the field of continuing education so that I'm still working as a nurse, serving nurses in a different way, right? Just serving them in a different way, but I can take better care of my mental health when I do it this way. Does that make sense? And with as rampant as burnout has been, and nurses reporting anxiety and depression, major anxiety 24 hours before a shift, I know that there are probably many, many other nurses, hundreds, if not thousands, who are feeling the same way. If I could only do something different that would allow me, to still work in my profession, not have to kiss my license goodbye, that would be meaningful, then I would love to do that. Nursing continuing education is a vehicle for that. Okay, it's a vehicle for nurses like me to be able to stay in the game and contribute in a meaningful way to what's going on in our profession and continue to advocate. Does that make sense? So for many different reasons, nurses should be leading the CE industry. The biggest one, though, that the nurses are the most prepared. They're the most experienced. They're the most credible. Nurses trust nurses. And nurses deserve to learn from nurses who have walked the path that they are also walking. Okay. So this is what I wanted to share with you today. And so for all of those of you who think about starting a nursing continuing education business, I want to invite you to do one thing. I want to invite you to take the Nursing CE Snapshot. It's the Nursing CE Business Snapshot, actually. So just comment Snapshot below this video and I'll send you the link so you can take it. But this is an assessment that's going to let you know immediately, could this business maybe be for you? Could it be a way for you to create the kind of time freedom, financial freedom, things like that that you're looking for in your life while still serving nurses just in a different way, while still being a part of our profession? Okay, I want to encourage you to take the snapshot. It's going to give you a good overview of the wisdom that you have, the courses you may already have within you, so that you can see you may be more prepared for this than you ever thought you were. And so I just want to invite you to do that. I hope you've enjoyed what I shared with you today. Nurses, I want to encourage you, step up and take your seat at the table. Nursing continuing education is wide open as an opportunity for you. And if I can support you in getting started in this business, then I want to do that because nurses need you. The problem that you solved for yourself as a nurse, the things that you learned on your own to overcome, the processes that you developed that help you get out of work on time, other nurses need the wisdom that you have already accumulated. And trust me, they are already searching for the course that you're thinking of creating. Don't make them wait. Comment Snapshot below this video. Let me send you the link. Take that assessment and I'll chat with you soon. Have a great day. Bye.